Good morning, students and viewers. We are going to share the most important 2 marks concept from 6th chapter to 10th chapter. First concept is contract rent. Rent or price which is actually paid for the services of land, buildings, vehicles according to an agreement made earlier for a given period of time is called as contract rent. Example rent, hiring charges of a vehicle. And second is economic rent. Economic rent is that the part of payment made for the use of land only according to classical economists. According to modern economists, rent can also be extended to those capital goods which have inelastic supply. Modern theories of rent explain this concept to other factors of production also. Transfer earnings. The concept of transfer earnings is introduced by Mrs. Joan Robinson. It is also called as opportunity cost of a factor. It refers to the surplus earned by a factor of a production is its present use over its next best use. Scarcity rent. Scarcity rent is a surplus and by land which has inelastic supply. Professor Marshall explained the concept of scarcity rent on the basis of demand and supply. Number 5, quasi rent. Quasi rent is the surplus and by the man-made appliances, instruments of production whose supply is inelastic in the short period in relation to their demand. The concept of quasi rent, the first introduced in economics by Alfred Marshall, Missionary Buildings and Tools. When a demand for houses in rural areas suddenly increases due to establishment of industries and colleges, rent suddenly increases. This is a surplus earned in the short period only. 7th chapter is national income. The first concept is for per capita income. So per capita income is the average income of an individual in a country, which is calculated dividing national income of a country by the population of the country. Per capita income is equal to national income by population. It is a good indicator of the average standard of living in a country. Depreciation. The country's stock of fixed capital undergoes certain amount of wear and tear in the producing goods and services over a period of time. This is called as depreciation. This depreciation are also called user cost. Charges of renewals and repairs must be subtracted from the GNP to obtain net national product at market price. And 8th chapter, macroeconomic concepts. The first concept is full employment. Full employment implies the absence of involuntary unemployment. It is a situation in which all those who are willing to work at the existing wage rate are engaged in work. Second is laissez-faire. It is one of the assumptions of classical economists. It refers to the non-interference of the government in economic matters. It is nothing but a free trade policy. Third is budget. Budget is an annual financial statement of the estimated receipts like income and the estimated expenditure of the government for ensuring financial year April 1st to March 31st. It is also called as annual financial statement. It is a expected revenue and planned expenditure. Classical economist. The term classical economist refers to the body of economic theories formulated latter half of the 18th century to early part of the 20th century. The most important principles of the classical economists: personal liberty, private property, and freedom of private enterprise. The leading economists are Adam Smith, T.R. Malthus, David Ricardo, J. Smith, Alfred Marshall, and A.C. Pigou. And 5th is deficit budget. Deficit budget refers to the budget in which the total expenditure exceeds the total revenue. Deficit budget is equal to total expenditure minus total revenue. Physical deficit. So physical deficit is the differences between total expenditure and the total revenue plus market borrowings and other liabilities. Deficit budget is equal to budget deficit plus market borrowings and other liabilities. And effective demand. Effective demand is the point where the aggregate demand equals to the aggregate supply. So aggregate demand is equal to the aggregate supply. Economy is in equilibrium position according to Keynes. Next, ninth chapter, money and banking. The first concept is liquidity. Liquidity is the ability of an asset to be converted into money, act as a direct medium of exchange. Money is the most important perfect liquid asset. In terms of liquidity, it is a superior to other assets. Money is a cent% liquid. Second is currency. Currency is the form in which money is circulated in the economy by the monetary authority, the government and the central bank. Currency includes coins and paper notes. Money comprises of not only currency but also demand deposits and time deposits also. Overdraft. Overdraft means this is a facility allowed by the bank to the current account holders. They withdraw the money with or without a security in excess of the balance available in their account up to a limit. Near money. The term near money refers to those highly liquid assets which are not accepted as money but can be easily converted into money within a short period of time. Saving deposits, saving bonds, certificate of treasury bills. And inflation. The term inflation refers to the persistent appreciable rise in the general price level over a long period of time. Inflation denotes a rise in the general level of prices. Hyperinflation. The inflation rate exceeds more than 10%. Hyperinflation occurs. It is also called as galloping inflation. Store value. Store value is the secondary function of the money. It preserves the value of the perishable commodities in the form of money. If they exchanged before they perish, it stores the value of durable commodities also. Creation of credit or credit money. Commercial banks create credit money. Credit is created from out of the primary deposits received from the public. This is also called as bank money. And 10th chapter, economic statistics. In economic statistics, the first concept is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean of a statistical data is defined as the quotient of the sum of all the items or entries divided by the number of items. X bar is equal to sigma x by n, sum of the x values by number of x values. Pie diagram. So pie diagram is also component diagram. It is also called as a pie chart. The circle is divided into as many parts as there are components by drawing straight lines from the center to the circumference. Bar diagram. Bar diagram comprising a group of equispaced equiwidth rectangular bars for each class or category of data. The bars are simply vertical lines where the length of the bars are proportional to their corresponding numerical values. And next, number 4, median. Median is the middle element when the data set is arranged in order of the magnitude. Median is the positional value of the variable which divides the distribution into two equal parts. It is denoted by m. And another important problem is find the mode for the following data. So in data 12, 11, 15, 11, 12, 12, 15, 12, 9, 12. In this data, 12 is expressed repeated. 12 number is repeated 5 times. So the repeated value is called as a mode. So mode is here 12. Mode means repeated value in the data. Thank you.